Hey guys, welcome back to some more Pikmin. We're just gonna get this one out of the way. Let's finish up the Distance Spring today.
Yay!
I groaned last time, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just a quick one this time, because we're gonna just make this visit quick. Normally, it takes me 3 days to actually finish up everything here, but this was the first time I finished everything in 2. And you're gonna see why. This is a very optimized set of 2 days.
Oh man.
And you got it on
parts
film,
today.
that's even better.
We're also kind of gonna abuse a little bit of a glitch to help get one part, so there's also that.
I like it. I like what I'm hearing.
I know.
So I believe I'm gonna knock this one out of the way pretty much as early as possible. So there's normally a whole section where there's like a whole bunch of candy pop buds that you're supposed to transform like yellows and blues back and forth to get a ship part. You can cheese it by throwing blues to like a middle ledge and then throwing them around to a different ledge, or like yellows to a different ledge, stuff like that. But we're just gonna do something a little bit different. We'll get to that here in a minute, because first I want to get whatever's up here.
Like I said, I don't understand how you don't wake up that bull bear when I'm whistling right next to him.
Blowing him in the face is a lot more irritating than anything.
Yeah, I mean, that does make you feel uncomfortable if you're a sound sleeper.
Never thought I'd be able to draw parallels between Pikmin and Fire Emblem Fates, but there we go.
This part is kind of awkward to get your Pikmin up here properly, because half the time you throw them, they just like to walk off the edge anyways. I recommend not coming onto this ledge with like a whole army. Just come here with like 15 or less. Then just slowly work them up.
I just love that tiny chorus of violins there as you ran past the ball bear as well.
Another weird thing is that you can't tell the Pikmin to walk behind you and then throw them because they just won't reach.
I was gonna say, I was like, come on, LeBron, you got this. Speaking of which, did anybody hear anything? Did they update anything about Space Jam 2?
Not that I've heard.
I've heard nothing in a long time.
Yeah,
It's been kind of radio silent for a while.
it has been a long time.
Because the last I heard was that, they just announced, like, oh, we're doing Space Jam 2 with LeBron James. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think everything kind of got set back with everything changing, so they're just not really sure what they can do at the moment, just pushing it off.
It's like, he's about to die, but first let's fix the ship.
More important. Yeah, I think you can tell from that flavor text that this is an optional part. Just saying. Meanwhile, back to the battle at hand.
This math is driving me nuts. It's saying, oh, I only need 6 more parts. I'm like,
Yeah.
Olimar.
So there's a reason why I threw those blues on a ledge that you can never get to, because that's technically out of bounds. So I'm going to wake up this bull bear on purpose. And now I'm going to walk into this wall, and I'm going to just let this guy get close to me and actually eat me on purpose here. I want him to try to attack, but in a very specific way. Because if I have him push me in a very certain corner here on this wall, then, yeah, he just pushes me out of bounds.
No!
Oh my god.
So, you're normally supposed to throw, like, blues over to the ledge there in the center and convert them to yellows, and then convert them back to blues to move this part, because this part's too high up, and you need yellows to pull it down. I'm kind of just bypassing this whole puzzle, because I just want to get a move on.
Like, you weren't even close enough for it to spawn the flavor text, so that's pretty insane.
Yeah, I had to wait for the Pikmin to bring it to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is normally one of the most elaborate puzzles in Pikmin, and we kind of just made a child's play.
Most
man.
one of the elaborate puzzles.
Yeah,
Well,
right?
I've heard of my speed strats.
Gotta go fast, right?
Gotta go fast. Faster and faster.
Another puzzle that you're supposed to do very specifically, you're supposed to throw like blue Pikmin up to the ledge in front of me, and then throw them over to this part. But this is the Wii version. I swear, our arm got long. We can throw fast and easily.
He's long
This
boy.
might be Wii version, best version.
This is why we like to play. This is the one we like to play. God damn it.
I mean, both accurate.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Yeah, luckily you can still call Pikmin when the yellow Wollywog is up in the air. Which doesn't make any sense, but we'll take those.
I'm glad that didn't result in any casualties, because I swear it looked like 4 of those Pikmin were cutting it very close on a knife edge there.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised at that same reason. And then this one, somehow the yellow Wollywog crushed one Pikmin when it went up in the air. I don't think that's how physics work.
Because it looked like he crushed the Pikmin on the way up because he was... I'm assuming it was triggering his hitbox for dying before he collapsed, meaning it triggered it on the ground and crushed the Pikmin, even though he was dying. He didn't die until he hit the ground again.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Hilarious, weird, but ultimately a little bit inconsequential.
Chronos reactor.
Space that changes permutations and the yep.
Yeah, Omar just reads big words and he's like, this sounds good, I'll take 10.
Of course the math is going to be wrong, Matt, because, you know, that 30th part we need to start the game credits, and we couldn't possibly, you know, have that influencing things prematurely.
Like I said, it just bothers me because it's not mathematically right.
Oh yeah, it's not mathematically right, but as far as the game credits are concerned, part 30 must always be the credits trigger.
Pretty much. Omar just watching in the distance and he's pleased. He also has no eyes from here. Just nose.
He's just sitting there in the distance like, oh yeah, it's all coming together.
My slaves, I mean helpers, are doing a great job.
Sorry. Sorry, I know. I should have kept that before the recording. This jet will... God damn it. That's really gonna date this recording, huh?
I think we've had worse.
We've had
Yeah,
worse.
we have had worse. We have had much worse.
I kind of just dated it earlier with my Space Jam 2 talk, so...
Yeah. I mean, heck, I've been watching some of the parts of playthroughs I've been editing at the moment, and also my 10-year channel special I've been working through. Some of the jokes in there are old. Like, we feel weird when we bring up Makogo in current recordings. It's even more surreal when I look back at the source material when it was relevant.
Oh God.
Yeah. That's a bite.
Days of Togo.
Which one was the bucket again?
All of them.
We,
I mean,
we thought
TeamViewer was a bucket. Someone actually suggested using TeamViewer for a LAN party at one point, and I'm just like,
Why? Why?
I mean, rusty nails in my eyes does sound like a good option.
At that point, you get a better performance by just strapping potatoes together.
I mean, we could always just use, you know, screen share and Skype.
Again, why?
Oh no.
Good old Skype.
There's game streaming on Discord. What are you doing? Just do that.
Like, quite frankly, I mean, I'd rather just play Among Us with friends across Zoom. Which works, which does work, not as effectively as Discord, but it works. Oh, that water gap is going to be tricky.
I love how the water actually saved that Pikmin from drowning, though. Because that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, to be fair, it sounds like he's trying to do the backward stair jump from Mario 64, so...
Yeah, just a little bit. So you're not supposed to be able to use bomb rocks on that wall to blow it up, for very obvious reasons why, water, but if you just constantly whistle your Pikmin back, it's close enough they won't drown. And the bomb still goes off. So there's a speedrun trick.
If anyone asks how we did that, it's called I'm really good at this game. Lester has had ample practice because Distant Spring demands it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
The ass is exposed. Quick, beat it. Regain some sleek shape.
We have the bow spirit. It is the spirit of the bow. It is also the ass of my ship.
We must retrieve the ass.
Don't touch
Get
the
the
butt.
booty.
Swiggity swooty, carry it to the booty. Retrieve the
Watch out, that's hot.
Don't burn the bombs. That may be bad. May instant explode.
Jarrett, when you said be careful, that's hot, the first thing that came to my mind is, okay, Paris Hilton.
I was gonna say, okay, Will Smith, that's hot.
That's hot.
Oh, speaking of dating recording,
That was when I was a teenager thing.
that was last year's. Oh, you know what? 2020 doesn't need a YouTube rewind. We will just consider it a wash.
No, what are you talking about? We do need a rewind because then you just start over and forget everything happened. Try again.
I mean, with how disappointing a lot of 2020 was, don't give us a YouTube rewind. We want to keep things on the more positive end of the scale.
You can only take so many racial slurs on my YouTube videos.
Like, as far as I'm concerned, the only thing equivalent to a YouTube rewind that the year needed, that the year got, was AOC playing Among Us with a bunch of different streamers. That'll suffice for me. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
That was tasteful, and that was culturally relevant.
Two
I don't-
more.
I don't wanna
Because
Because I don't want to make Pikmin political.
I mean, we say that, but these guys are working for no pay with Olimar, so I think they deserve to have a union at least.
the plot of Pikmin 2 is you have to go and repay a debt. You're working for free.
Oh, it's even worse, because the plot of Pikmin 2, it starts right after the events of Pikmin 1, so Olimar literally gets home, not even 5 minutes in, he has to go back to this planet. He doesn't even get to see his wife and kids. Oak and Tate is just a terrible company, we'll just say that.
Pikmin
Yeah.
2. No breaks for you.
You work overtime all the time.
What is human rights?
Pikmin
Oh,
2,
yeah.
there's no point driving home, just leave your car here.
But please bring your car back, because I need that car. I'm paying the bills on it.
Pikmin 2, this is the company car, bring a tent. A bit extreme, but I mean, at that point, Olimar might as well have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel sorry for the guy.
'cause at least maybe then he wouldn't have something repro that's his. Oh, that egg looks nice. Let's please ignore that. Please ignore that egg.
You have to touch it. It's the rule.
Maybe later.
Oh, did everyone see that egg? Maybe later. Hashtag it's the windfish.
Yeah, this ship part kind of sucks because you got a puffy blowhog, and you also got water dumples, which are terrible. We've already proven how bad water dumples are in a previous area.
Yeah, that is true. Meanwhile,
It's rust-proof zirconium.
I don't know what that means, but shiny is new, so I like it.
well, I
One more
mean,
part.
my brain goes back to Simpsons and the quartz cubic zirconium. It's basically crystallized carbon
Basically, yeah.
without being a diamond. Without being a diamond.
Can you have rust in space?
I'm
You
hearing.
can because it's just a case of instead of it being a product of Oh no, it would still be a
Oxidation.
product of oxidation. It would still be a product of. Hey, there we go.
There's the last part.
I like how the enemies are dying in the cutscene too. You saw the health bar go down when the text popped up.
It also broadcasts voices from space to brighten up my moments of boredom.
Hello, Olimar's
Already.
so funny.
Olimar's kind of an idiot when it came to picking out these ship parts. He didn't know what any of these were. He just bought them because they look good, and the salesperson told him they're good. He's that guy you don't want to window shop with because he's gonna buy everything in the window.
We got all of the accessories for his car in that one episode of The Simpsons, and he even had like a popcorn machine and a microwave in there.
That's basically Olimar. If the sales guy says it's good, he buys it.
But you gotta have a popcorn maker for your car.
How's he
And
gonna
a
smell fresh
Smoke
popcorn?
machine. And a smoke machine, of course.
So you found all the parts.
7 parts today. That's a good
Yeah,
run.
all 29 of 30 of them.
Yeah, we got the remaining parts here, so the only one left is in a whole different area we haven't explored yet.
Ooh.
Tell me, but all that grass is not a single lick of nectar, really?
Yes.
What kind of luck is that?
So I'm guessing that now that you found all the parts, all you got left is to fight the boss here?
Well, there is no boss here we need to fight. There is an optional boss in this area, but there is no reason to fight it because it doesn't give you a ship part, so it's not worth it. At least to me, it's not.
I mean, like, we already had the Beetle, which had one of the parts already in it, so it's not the same, but it's an equivalent, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because this area actually does have an exclusive boss, but they choose not to give it a ship part and give it to an enemy that we already fought as a boss to get a ship part.
I get the impression not all parts are needed to fly the ship, especially that radio, considering no one is coming to help you.
Ew, no one can hear you in space.
There we go.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, so the ship is actually ready to go home. That is a completed ship. The last part is not a ship part. I'm just gonna spoil that one right now. It's something completely different.
So now we just gotta make way for getting extra goodies for your Pikmin army.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even sure what happened at first here. Like, apparently, that yellow Wollywog must have found my 5 Pikmin carrying one of the enemies back because they just died. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
No, we got Blues dead. Now who will play Blues Clues with?
Maybe the other, like, 100 plus.
I'm genuinely curious if you're gonna try and grab that other pellet in the lake, or if you're just gonna call it a day there.
It's kind of not worth it at this point. It's too far away to get. So I'm just going to end the day here.
Oh, that makes sense.
But yeah, that's technically it. There's nothing else really needed to do here, but we will be coming back to the Distant Spring. As mentioned, there is an optional boss fight here, and we will be showing it off.
Then I'm guessing it has something to do with that egg that you mentioned.
Yeah, that's the reason why I need another day, because Olimar's not prepared for this one yet. He needs to go stop at the liquor store beforehand, because after this boss fight's done, he's going to need to drink away all the deaths.
Oh,
I
no.
will have seen 30 of my comrades die.
30? Oh, you're being generous. There's way more than that.
25 deaths.
Wow, you're actually kind of close with that one. It's actually 20.
Yeah. 88 across the board.
Oh, we gotta restart. That's too many.
Can't do this.
Restart run.
Single
Day
digits. Single digits.